It's a good time of year and a terrible time of year.
What's happening?
It's the
I don't even
time.
know what day it is. Yeah.
Who does, really? But I know that the Jews are celebrating freedom during a
Freedom.
time of non-freedom. It's Passover, baby. Here's to the Jews.
Oh, yeah, the Pesach. To
Pesach,
the
Chag
Jews.
Sameach, Happy Pesach to you and yours.
Yeah.
So I made a brisket. I got real festive. I made a brisket, a really nice brisket, a red wine-based brisket. The key to brisket, every Jew fucks up brisket. You know why?
Uh,
One ingredient. I'll give you one guess.
Bacon. No bacon.
Ketchup. Ketchup. They put
Oh.
ketchup in their brisket, and the Jews are morons. That's why they get a bad rap. That's why they get a bad rap for being bad cooks. But you know what? There are recipes out there without ketchup, folks. Bon appetit. Got a red wine recipe with brisket. Let that braise for 4.5 hours. Ooh, baby, she's ready to go.
I like a good braise. Yeah.
You
No,
got a
that
braised
sounds
brisket.
nice. But here's my question. Who are you
Uh-huh.
enjoying this with? Where are you going? Where's the Seder? Who's Seder? Are you
Here's
zooming
the
the Seder?
thing. Here's the thing. So usually I have one Seder, bing, bang, bop, you're done. A half hour, you eat, you drink, you be merry. I got 3 Seders this year. You know why? Because of the virtual world. Corona's killing me.
Everybody can be everywhere.
Everybody can be everywhere. I got my mom's Seder at
Yeah.
1:30. I got a friend's Seder at 4:30. I got my fiance's Seder at 6:30. And then by 8 o'clock, I want to shoot myself. Happy Pesach.
Let me tell you about the 2 baddest cats in town. They're here to talk about random shit floating around. So grab yourself a drink, baby, if you please. It's just shooting the breeze with Chafe and Ncheese.
Well, chim chim churu and a ho hum too. Welcome to another rousing, riveting, rip roaring, rip torn, rip van whinkle
Wow.
of an episode of
Shooting the breeze with Chafe and Cheese. I'm Chafe,
I'm Cheese.
and we're shooting the breeze today.
Today, baby. Woo, baby. We got a real special treat for you folks.
Yeah.
The lovely Kevin Michael Martin, actor, investor, Alex Alcheh lookalike, will be joining us in 2 shakes of a lamb's dick. But for now,
But for now,
what's going on, baby?
I-
What's happening?
how you holding up under quarantine with your lady?
I feel good.
How's the relationship?
The relationship has never been stronger, I gotta tell you. I have noticed that she
Really?
is chewing very loud recently. I'm not sure if it's because of quarantine or because I'm getting slightly more noticing of the little things. But other than the loud chewing, she's good. She's been real
Yeah.
good. She's been real supportive. We hug, we kiss, we smooch. She's the person that I'm passing germs with back and forth, so it's great.
See, that's nice. That's nice because in China, I'm hearing divorce rates are skyrocketing.
Oh, yeah.
These couples are spending too much time together. They're done.
Listen, we were walking down the street the other day talking to a guy. He said he had to have some lady move in with him who's friends with his wife because her and her fiance for like 3 years, they were engaged for 3 years. They ended it.
Wow.
They ended it and she moved into this house. So she's probably bringing the corona into them. But yeah, it's crazy out there
Wow.
for relationship
Yeah.
people.
This is a real test on everybody's relationship. I got to tell you.
Absolutely. I actually feel like Steph and I were born to be old Jews. It's perfect.
Yeah. No, it's good. You found a good one. You
Yeah,
found a compliment.
Yeah, we sit down, we
You.
have some gluten-free banana bread, we watch American Idol, and then we go to sleep by 10 o'clock. That seems like the way to live, you know, for a Jew.
Yeah. No, you guys were made for the quarantine thing.
It really works.
This is really you just living your best life.
I am, kind of. I mean, I don't have any hopes and dreams currently, but other than that,
Who
we're good.
does?
Who does?
Who does?
What about you,
No.
buddy? How you holding up? Back and forth,
Oh.
Vegas, LA, guy's a fucking world traveler during quarantine.
I'm in Vegas right now. I'm living in a Eugene O'Neill play, it feels like.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah,
Unpack
long
that, will
day's
ya?
journey into COVID. Oh no, that's about all I'm gonna say. But it's just too much time together with too many people. You know what I'm
Long
saying?
day's journey into COVID. I get it. I do.
You wipe your phone down lately?
I wipe my phone down every walk, every time if I leave the house and I come back, even if it was in my pocket the whole time, I'm wiping it down. I'm a safe man these days. I mean, look at me. I got Lysol
Safe
to my
man.
left. I got Germex to my right. Bada bing. I think I mixed up left and right, but that doesn't matter.
No, you're good. Listen, just be prudent. Be prudent. You know, it's not just the COVID. There's a lot of other things. You don't want to go to the hospital for no reason. No reason.
I don't want to be there for any reason. No chance.
Home accidents are up.
I had
Home accidents.
We had a dear friend who had to go for a routine procedure. What a terrible time for a routine procedure.
There's nothing that's routine. The routine is gone.
No
routine.
They say that they're splitting the hospital, but that shit'll fall. That shit'll trickle.
It's in the air.
Or it'll fucking fuck you up. Yeah.
You don't want to be in one location for too long, and a hospital is definitely a location you don't want to be for too long.
Hell no. Hell
no.
No. But I gotta tell you, there's been one good thing coming out of this. Maybe like a couple, but really the one good thing that I've noticed. Everybody wants to be around people. I mean, the people that I normally see once every 3 months, I'm seeing once a week, once every 3 days. We're playing a game of Catan online. We're playing some Jackbox online. We're just having a conversation online via Zoom, via Google
Zoom.
Hangout, whatever it may be.
That's because nobody has a fucking job. That's why. Nobody's got
Even if they do, they don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it, but I have to do it.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
Make that
money.
You
gotta work if you can.
Hey, I got a bone to pick with the what do they call them? The people, unemployment people. Oh boy. I gotta tell you, still haven't gotten my debit card. They say there's money in my account. Don't see it, don't have it, can't transfer it over.
Access it. Huh.
Listen, guys, you gotta step up the game. There are millions of people in need of money. And you're fucking it up real good. The $1,200 checks, no one knows where those are either. Are we going to get them? Maybe by July. Who knows?
I think mid-May is the estimate now. Best estimate.
It's
the bestimate.
The bestimate?
The bestimate. The best estimate.
Oh, it's crazy. We're living in trying times, my man. But hey, still here. We're still kicking. I'm still rocking this hat. By the way, look at this fucking thing. It's getting real dewy, real fluffy, real quick.
You got to do something about it.
I don't know.
At least shave.
Nah, it complements the madness that is on top of my head.
You don't want to compliment nothing right now. Trust me, there's no compliments for you in any universe. I see no compliments. None.
Thank you. Oh, baby, look at this beautiful man who happens to look a lot like me. The actor, the investor, the Alex Alcheh better version. Kevin Michael Martin, welcome to the damn show, baby.
Welcome.
Oh, thank you. You're setting me up for failure. We all know you're way better than me at every aspect of life, Alex, but thank you both for having me on this morning. I appreciate it.
That's just a false statement. Dude. Crazy times going on. Oh my God. How you holding up?
Very crazy. You know, it's funny. Everyone asks me how I'm doing, but in reality, everyone's been introduced to my own, real life nightmare because I've been home for the past year and a half ever since the show has been wrapped. I'm home alone 8 hours a day, every day. So this is kind of par for the course, to be honest.
We're all in your boat now.
Exactly.
Exciting.
And you got the hat to match it.
Oh yeah.
Let's give the tens and tens a little introduction here of our guest.
So listen, me and Kevin go a little bit back. We were hoping to do a play together. It didn't happen. And then we recently just shot a short film that will grace the airwaves at some point in the not so future. But Kevin was a series regular on The Last Ship for 5 seasons?
5 seasons, yeah.
5 seasons. Geez. And now, because there's a pandemic going on, because the world is ending, everybody wants to watch The Last Ship again for some reason. Can you explain this?
It's funny. My co-stars and I were chatting about 2 weeks ago, and we were just, in a passing comment, we all were wondering, are they going to put it back on the air? And obviously, from a fiscal standpoint, it's every actor's dream to have your show somehow find a resurgence because the best residuals for an actor, or royalties, if you will, come when the show goes back on the air, which basically never happens. So for some reason, which, the actors will never be informed of. We are back on the air. I think they're airing one season per month. So we're on season 1 for April, season 2 for May, and God forbid this isolation continues into the summer. I suppose they'll keep airing the seasons, but who's to say?
That's literally the luckiest thing that could happen during a pandemic.
I know, it really is. I mean, you couldn't think of a more parallel show. The way this is kind of unfolded is pretty close to the way season 1 was. It's ironic, to say the least.
Yeah, it's wild. Absolutely wild. But the real reason we wanted to have you on, yes, you're a brilliant actor. Yes, you're a funny man and you're charming and you're beautiful and all that shit. But this dude really by trade calls himself an investor first before an actor. My God, the market has been volatile to say the least.
It has. It kind of caught everyone by storm. You know, it's funny. I was speaking to 2 of my mentors who run more money than I ever thought existed in the world. And I told him, I don't understand why the indexes continue to rise when we have a growing disease in China, because we're a global economy now, right? Yeah. So our domestic market and their domestic market, it's all correlated. And I thought, why does the US market continue to skyrocket as there's a big issue in one of the biggest, if not the biggest economy chain in the entire world? And slowly but surely, the market started to digest it. And we had the worst fall. I think we had the worst 30% collapse in the market in history. And it really woke everyone up.
Yeah. Woo! And it was a combination of things, because it was that, and then the oil price war between the Russians and the Saudis happened on the same weekend. And
Correct. Yeah. And the problem is everyone thinks it's going to follow the same roadmap to that of 2008, when we all know that these crashes follow somewhat a historical trajectory, but not on par. And a lot of people are frustrated because we fell an average of 38%. And now I think as of this morning, we've made up almost half of that. If you're a big tech guy, the NASDAQ index is only down some 10% since its low. So everyone's sort of scratching their heads thinking the economy's still, in a rut, but the markets are not showing that. And we all know that the markets are a forward-thinking mechanism up to 6 months in advance. And that's why the rate of return will be a lot better than that of the economy, because the market's going to move a lot faster. Now, that said, in order to avoid a ramble here, the GDP, which basically measures the efficiency of our economy, okay, that's 70% dependent upon consumer spending. I don't see consumer spending, returning.
What are we buying right now? Yeah, what are we buying right now?
Exactly. So it's a confusing time.
It's not only that too, and I wanted to get your take on this as an investor, but this whole stimulus package, the first round with all the loans, seems kind of like a scam to me. Seems kind of like a scam. And what we're doing now with delaying rent payments, not forgiving them, delaying them.
Exactly.
And the economy is not just going to turn on like a light switch. We're going to slowly rev up the engine. We're going to allow 10 people into a space, then 20, then 50, then 100. Right. It's going to take a minute.
Right.
So all these people now in 6 months are going to owe double rent on everything from the last few months where they had no income.
Yep.
And they're going to owe interest payments.
So I think the question is, are they going to owe interest payments? People are fluctuating back and forth. At the forefront of it, I'm never a fan of building debt on the books unless you need to. And I think there are a lot of people who are going to wake up to the fact that they need to set aside 2, 3, preferably 6 months of emergency funds in case something like a pandemic should happen. But a lot of the American people are going to learn that the make the money, spend it immediately, no longer works. So I'm not a fan of delaying rent if you can help. I also think, yes, this stimulus package, someone's going to have to pay for it.
Yeah. All right. So all this terrifying shit is happening in the economy and the world, obviously. 2 questions. 1, you say you're the guy who's got, several $100,000 locked up in the market right now. What the fuck do you do with that money? What the fuck do you do with that money right now? What do you suggest? Just a very simple, I got $100,000 in the market right now, and it's about to just continue to plummet. What do I do?
So that's a little question. The one hint you got to give me is how much cash do you have outside of that liquid to handle necessary expenses? Give me a burn rate.
Let's
many
say I'm capable of taking care of myself for the next year outside of that.
Don't touch that money. Not at all. Because if you look back historically, I'm a big believer in the bullish economy. Over the long term, we will come back. In fact, I believe that by the end of the summer, this is all going to be figured out. Now, there is a chance that the virus could come back. But this is what I tell everyone. If you are betting against the market and you are taking money out, then you are betting against the human race and scientists that we can't find a cure. Now, if you are ultra bullish and you are being ignorant, then you are playing a game with Mother Nature that she doesn't feel the need to bring her wrath back at one more level. So what I'm doing, I'm buying every time we go lower, but I'm hedged. So I've got a big short against the market to protect my downside for all my long-term investments.
Okay. And then secondly, you're an unemployed fucking customer service guy like hundreds of thousand people, like me.
Yes.
Like me.
Yes.
Any actor right now, unemployed. You got a few grand saved up and you're good to go for the year the rest of the way. What do you invest in and when do you invest?
So here's the deal. If you don't have any debt on the books, you've got a couple months of emergency funds saved up, you have a retirement account fully funded, and your healthcare is taken care of, then you have enough money to put, towards investments in the market. So I would say leg in, okay? A lot of people who ask me advice, they say, I want you to pick 2 days out of the month, and I want you to not look at the market. I want you to sign on your brokerage account and invest. Now, don't pick specific companies. There's only, I think, 4.5% a year of active managers who can outperform the market every year. You're not that good. I'm not that good. I want you to index fund it, okay? I want you to invest in some kind of Vanguard total stock market index fund, which is comprised of 3,500 stocks. That way, your money will always perform evenly with the total stock market. Takes the stress and the selection out of it. Instead of picking a needle out of a haystack, you're selecting the entire haystack.
Okay. And then when is the when? The when is the key right now. When the fuck
Well,
do that?
if you leg in 2 times a month, you take out the when. You take out that bias. Because if I'm saying, okay, the first Wednesday and the third Wednesday of every month, I'm investing, I don't care where the market is. It's called dollar cost averaging. It's giving yourself the best benefit of, investing regardless of where the market is. So by the end of the year, you're going to have an average of all of those days. And I'd like to think that average is going to be way better than timing the market. There's an old saying, it says, it's not about timing the market. It's about your time in the market.
It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. People, listen, heed his every word. The man seems to know what he's doing. He's been home for a year and a half.
I think what he's trying to say is that stocks are on sale right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stocks are definitely on sale right now. Well, dude, incredible stuff. Really appreciate it. Thanks for taking the time. Everybody watch The Fucking Last Ship. Give this guy some more money so we can throw it back into the market. We need him right now. All right?
I appreciate you both, guys. Thank you so much for having me. You're doing a great thing. You're both hilarious. Thank you for allowing me to crash your morning with you.
Yeah, we might start calling you the chief financial fucking advisor for this podcast.
I'd be happy to do it. I need a job, so it sounds good to me.
Kevin Michael Martin, everybody. We love you, buddy. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good one.
All right.
Thank you.
Another one in the books, baby.
Whoa, we did it.
do
Thank
you got
God,
going
too,
on
because I'm going to enjoy this key taco.
Oh, yeah? What's in the
It's got a provolone shell, pepperoni, gabagool, salami, provolone, and mayo in the middle.
Sounds like fucking a beauty and a bite to me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kevin Michael Martin. Thank you so much for joining us on the show. Newly dubbed chief financial advisor to the Chafe and Cheese universe. We really appreciate having him, and he'll keep our money safe, I guess.
I guess so.
All right, so see you next time, goofball.
All right, good night.
Good luck.
Good eve.
Good day.
Good morning.
Hashtag Chafe and Cheese. Hashtag STB Podcast. Hashtag Tell Your Grandma.
Ah!